Whether you love him, hate him, or think he's okay, there's no denying how ridiculously successful Floyd "Money" Mayweather is. There's a reason that's his nickname and not, say, Frugal Floyd. The man makes tons of cash and spends almost as much. Over the course of his 50-fight boxing career, Mayweather has earned over $1 billion. Billionaire athletes are incredibly rare. It's pretty much just Mayweather, Tiger Woods, and Michael Jordan. But Mayweather didn't become a billion-dollar earner simply by being good at boxing, though that most certainly helped. No, he got rich by being one of the savviest self-promoters in history, and by taking a huge risk with his career and seeing it pay off a billion times over. The son of a former boxer, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was always destined to follow in his father's footsteps. He showed incredible promise early on, gathering an 84-8 amateur record and mastering the art of defensive boxing. He parried and ducked and avoided punishment so well, he earned the nickname Pretty Boy, due to no boxer being able to hit him enough to mess up his pretty face. Thing is, he didn't get that way by winning 18 bouts in 2 years and becoming champion of the world. During those bouts, as well as the 19 to follow, Mayweather was represented by top-ranked promotions. Under this deal, Mayweather became a wealthy man, working his way to paydays of around $5 million per fight by 2007. For most of us, earning $5 million a fight would be incredible. A couple of those and we'd be financially set for life. But that's why we're not nicknamed Money. Floyd Mayweather wanted more. Way more. However, he knew it couldn't happen if somebody else was managing his career. No, to become the super rich money man he knew he would have to control his own destiny. There was just one small issue: his contract to Top Rank. After scouring the legalese, he realized that it contained an opt-out clause that he could activate by paying $750,000. He did just that, cutting a check for Top Rank brass and leaving their headquarters a free man. He quickly formed Mayweather Promotions and became an entirely new person.
However, there are only a select few that have been able to make billions. And Floyd Mayweather is one of those people. With a nickname like Money, it should come as no surprise that the professional boxer has made a fair amount of it in his lifetime. And that's not even factoring in his billions of dollars in endorsements. People are fascinated by his lavish lifestyle, which he isn't shy of showing on his social media at all. Today, we're going to take a look at exactly how Floyd Money Mayweather made his billion-dollar fortune and what he spends all that dough on. Floyd got his start in boxing at a young age. Both of his parents were dealers and addicts, so he was bounced around from house to house for quite some time and let out a lot of his emotions at the gym. He went on to fight for the United States in the 1996 Olympics, and after that, his career skyrocketed.
Christening himself Money, the former Pretty Boy became just as much a showman as he was a boxer. He was loud, braggadocious, constantly hyping himself up, and never for a second hid how the most important thing to him was getting paid. If a lesser athlete had tried that, they'd probably have found themselves booed out of a career. But since it was Floyd Mayweather, and he was doing all this while also being the best boxer on the planet, millions of people bought into it. Just like that, his pay-per-view buy rate soared, and with no middleman to take the brunt of the cash, not to mention more cash period, Mayweather's paydays skyrocketed. His first fight as his own boss earned him $8 million, but his first true money fight came against fellow boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya on May 5, 2007. It remains the closest Mayweather has ever come to a loss, as he earned his one and only split decision victory that night. However, he pocketed $25 million for the bout, officially elevating him from a mere great boxer into a bona fide megastar. From there on, Mayweather never earned less than $25 million a fight, between his downside guarantee and his generous cut of the ticket and pay-per-view revenue. The sole exception came not in a boxing ring, but a wrestling one. After retiring in 2007, Mayweather focused on outside ventures, one of which being an appearance in WWE. He feuded with The Big Show, who at 7'2" and 500 pounds was roughly 3 times Money's size. Even still, the two fought at WrestleMania 24, and Mayweather got the Duke by knocking out Big Show with a pair of brass knuckles. Mayweather earned a mere $20 million for the bout, and because it was pro wrestling, he didn't have to pay a fine for being a dirty cheater. Following WrestleMania and a stint on Dancing with the Stars that garnered Mayweather his first loss in anything since his amateur boxing days, Money returned to the sweet science. He showed little rust in the ring and even less rust when it came to promoting himself. His comeback garnered more than 1 million pay-per-view buys, meaning his $10 million guaranteed ballooned into far more than that. The event generated $52 million in revenue, and as the promoter, Mayweather made sure he got the lion's share.
But how does someone spend all that cash? Well, Floyd spends it fairly easily. He lives a lavish lifestyle with 2 luxurious homes he can retire to. One of his homes was bought in Beverly Hills in 2017 for $25 million. The 6-bedroom, 10-bathroom property has plenty of things many of us can only dream of. There's not 1, not 2, but 3 living rooms, a gourmet kitchen, a 225-bottle wine rack, a 12-person cinema, and even a candy shop off of the cinema. Naturally, there's a pool to escape the LA heat as well. That incredible home would be enough for almost everyone, but not him. He also owns a 22,000 square foot mansion in Las Vegas that he purchased for $10 million. It has 11 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, and 2 separate guest houses. The floors are all heated throughout all the buildings, providing a nice, luxurious touch during those cold desert nights. There's an indoor and an outdoor pool, and an exterior facade that just screams Vegas. I mean, he's even got a fountain. One of the best features of this home is actually underground, where there's a 20-car garage. And out of all the people in the world, Floyd definitely needs it. It's estimated that he owns more than 100 cars, and I'm not talking about a Toyota Camry. He's known to own a $1.7 million Bugatti Veyron, a $4.8 million Koenigsegg CCXR Travita, a $200,000 McLaren, several Bentleys, and several Ferraris. He also owns an entire fleet of sleek black luxury vehicles, and another collection of all-white luxury vehicles as well. But his love of cars doesn't stop with just him. He's passed the luxury car obsession onto his children. All of his kids have received a Mercedes-Benz on their 16th birthday. When his youngest son, Kuron, was 16, he even received a custom Bentley golf cart. I know that'll get some envy over on the back 9. But cars aren't the only vehicle that Floyd Mayweather spends his money on. He owns 2 private jets, including one which he's dubbed Air Mayweather. The Gulfstream G650 costs $60 million, and that's without the custom touches he's added, like the sheets, pillows, and doormat that are all embellished with TBE, meaning the best ever. His jet boasts several flat-screen TVs, leather seats, and gold cup holders. But even that isn't enough. Floyd has shown himself getting private massages on his private jet. Now that's luxury. His second private jet has 14 white leather seats, gold cup holders, and a queen-sized bed. As you've probably noticed by now, he's not ashamed of flaunting his wealth on social media, and he's definitely not afraid of wearing his wealth. He owns more than 40 designer watches and has bragged about bringing 30 different watches on his month-long trips. One of these watches, dubbed the Billionaire Watch, is worth $18 million alone. The watch has 260 carats of emerald-cut diamonds and was created by Jacob Arabo. But it isn't just watches that Floyd spends his money on. In 2018, he went on a $5.3 million jewelry shopping spree in Los Angeles. The fortune of Floyd Money Mayweather, and exactly how he spends it. Do you think he'll ever come back out of retirement? And if so, who do you think he'll go a few rounds with? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications.